fight over the control of not money, but people's mind. So if you control a person's mind, you control everything.
Yes, sir.
Money, his wife, everything.
Hmm. And you know what is we talk about TikTok, the social media platform that is owned by China. You know, Mr. Chu, who is the chairman or the president of TikTok, he said you have nothing to worry about because the mega data, information that is being collected, is going to San Diego and Singapore. But I think it's an oxymoron because China still would have rights over it anyway. So if you can, that is what he said before the subcommittee. What is your response to that? He said you have nothing to worry about. Um,
Well, the whole thing you have to keep in mind what the principle involved.
mhm.
It actually is the control of the populace mind. Now, if I ask you as a part of the government, what is the large segment of the population that uh, 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 that a nation like America seeks to control
Hmm.
and direct?
Yes,
Well, what would you tell me? What would be that population?
the youth,
That's what I'm saying. It's the youth.
because they're
See,
the future.
the future. That's exactly
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
See, when Hitler was in power there,
Hmm.
and the adults in there said, "Listen, we hate Nazis. We don't want Nazis." Da 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 da. To Hitler,
Hmm.
Hitler
Hmm.
said this to them. See,
Hmm.
he says, he says, "We're not worried about you.
Yes,
See, see, we want your children because we
yes,
know you're not going to accept it. You're going to die all sooner.
yes.
So when you're going to die all sooner, well,
Hmm.
what do we have left
Yes,
that we can work with it?" He says, "Well, we start with the children to indoctrinate them, and they will be most willing to accept it than the adults that was around before Nazism came here.
yes,
They understand the situation." So he said, in other words, he said, "I'm after the minds of your youth."
yes, yes.
Everything centers around that. The advertising that they give to you every day, buy jeans, buy this. That's a control of the what? Minds.
Yes, sir.
So everything is directed to control the minds, and anything that threatens that, that's that's an enemy to the state.
Yes, Will Smith. Okay. You know, this is going off TikTok for just for 1 second, and I would like to get your assessment that President Xi had made a statement to President Vladimir Putin that we are going to shape a new world order. And this was on Fox News that does not include the United States of America. What was your assessment of that? And what is your assessment of the relationship, the close, cozy relationship that China has with Russia right
Well, they know already from looking at history.
now? Hmm.
No nation maintained power or hegemony, a world dominance forever.
Yes.
You go back to Rome, you go back to Persia, you
Hmm.
go back to Babylon, you go back to
Yes.
the great Roman empires, coming down to the ages. All these empires had their rise, their zenith, and their
Hmm.
fall.
Hmm.
So that and they can see the same thing happening. America is no exception.
Yes.
It's becoming very weak. The economy is shot. They're overly indebted,
Hmm.
debt, and these are all symptoms of a dying nation.
Yes.
So the United States is trying to maintain their hegemony, and Russia and them said that no, that ain't happening. We don't want no more dollars. See, and we challenge your world dominance as if you're the only one that can dictate policy.
Hmm. Hmm. You know when you say that, but I'm going to come back to TikTok because I got two other questions for you. When you make a statement like that, they do not want our dollars, but you are right. They're fiat dollars.
That's what they
I
said.
learned that on the PLIM Power Latent show. So what is fiat? Fiat is they have produced so many of these dollars that it is depreciated. It has went down in value. And
That's
I
correct.
yes, and I like to ask you two other questions. I have other questions, but I'm gonna get back to TikTok after this. I want to ask you something that there was a pipeline that was blown up that connected Germany and Russia. And I would like to know why was that not really discussed in the news media? And can you elaborate on the north? I think it's the northeastern or whatever it is pipeline.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, see, Germany and Russia
Mm-hmm.
had a relationship because Russia furnished U.S. Furnished uh, R- Russia furnished Germany with real cheap oil,
Okay.
very cheap oil.
Mm-hmm.
That if you have cheap oil, then you can make cheap products that could undermine your rivalry
Mm-hmm.
products because you
Yes.
make them cheaper.
Yes.
See, and the United States knew if Russia and Germany got together,
Mm-hmm.
oil, that they would undermine the world,
Yes.
especially the relationship between Germany and the United States.
Yes. Yes.
So what they did, they said, see, you have to go back and understand the principle of hegemony, what it meant. So deviate for a few minutes.
Now I
See,
got to tell you something. Agility. I don't know exactly what that means. Can you tell me what that is? Movement? I assume. But go ahead.
see, when most of the African nations
Yeah.
were raised up under capitalism,
Mm-hmm.
and the Western nations, that's the Caucasian nations,
Mm-hmm.
they just went in there and took,
Mm-hmm.
caused division amongst the folks.
Colonized. Okay.
See, so they couldn't make much progress because the United States didn't want their colonies to
Mm-hmm.
rise up and form a manufacturing process and technology that would rival them.
Okay.
See, and that's why they didn't want anybody. They wanted to be uno. So we're not gonna give you all this stuff because then you rival our thing.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so what they did is constantly cause friction, sabotage, and everything within those countries. Okay, then along came China and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
See, and China went in and said, "What's this? Okay, you want to you want to build a railroad? Yeah. You want to build an electrical plant? Well, we'll build you, and then you sell. You give us some of your resources."
Mm-hmm.
Now that was a threat
Yes.
to the United States
Yeah.
hegemony
Yes.
because what they wanted was to them to make all the products and everything and sell it to them,
Yes.
and then they would pay them back in the resources.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they were afraid of.
Yes.
But that's the problem you have throughout the world that the United States was constantly undermining these nations to
Mm-hmm.
prevent them from being a rival or a block
Yes.
that would come up and undermine them. That's what you have here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when we blew up the pipe, the United States,
That's right.
we blew up.
Now you understand that. Then we blew up the pipeline to prevent Germany from buying gas from
Mhm.
Russia.
Okay.
And then when they blew it up, well, they already knew the name of the game was Well, where would Germany get their oil from or gas from? Oh, so
Yes.
they got a